Hello everyone! Today we're going to be taking a look at Vanity and Glamour Nadja Rhymes from the Heirloom collection for the NuFace line. She is a close-up doll, as you can see here. That basically meant that she does not come fully dressed. As you can see, she just comes in a lingerie look. And she was a little bit cheaper. It's actually just $20 cheaper. But I think if she was $20 more and came with a full outfit, I definitely would have preferred that because Nadja's a really cool character. Anyway, this is still a very nice set of lingerie because it's not simple at all. It's still got its edge to it. She has this bra that has a crisscross on the front, which I really like. It has sort of a dark brown fabric, maybe even rose gold, with a layer of black on top. This could be used as a top if you really wanted to. You might just have to add something on top, which is what they did with this shrug over here, which I have to admit I did not like, so I'm just going to remove it right now and show it to you. The back is very simple. You know what it reminds me of is bird wings. This kind of feels a little bit fragile because this part in the back here is so simple. This rest of the fabric is just the sleeves, and it has this very textured fabric that I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but to me it looks like feathers. So I was not a fan of this, but I appreciate that they added something to cover her up. And then her undies match her bra, but they do look a little bit lighter because I think they used a different mesh on the sides, so that actually kind of shows you the color a little bit more. She also comes with thigh-high stockings that I really love because I think this mesh fabric is very feminine and very pretty, and I have definitely seen it on the runway before, so I think there's also a sense of haute couture to it. I think I will definitely be able to use them in different outfits. One thing that I really loved about this doll was her shoes. To me, they looked like Mary Jane type heels, and that's a style of shoe that I really like. So I wanted to get her for her accessories and her shoes. I'm going to show you her accessories in a second. What I did to get the first one on is, of course, undo the buckle, which most of us have to do for most of the styles of shoes. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you can get away with just sliding it on the stocking, which I was able to do for the second shoe. But I have to mention that you have to be careful and you have to judge for yourself when to go for it and when not to, because sometimes there might be staining, there might be ripping on the stocking, the buckle might break, so just be careful and exercise your own judgment for this. Her main accessory that I really loved was her hand mirror, which goes perfectly for a doll named Vanity. It does work, as you can see. It is a good mirror, and it is steel. It is heavy. The back is pretty plain, but I think it's a nice sort of Victorian design to it. She comes with a very nice onyx ring with a cameo design to it. And I also really like this ring because it does have that edgy gothic feel to it. And I believe the designer Jessie mentioned in the live stream that the story behind these close-up dolls for this line is that they're doing a lingerie photo shoot. And he mentioned something about a haunted mansion, so I think this fits. I can see the inspiration there. And we're going to see more of that in her makeup and hair color as well. She does have earrings, which are quite pretty. They're just very small, simple gray studs. Let me be honest here and say that when we first saw this doll, I was not a fan. I know that they have a skin tone that is darker than this, that Nadja has used in the past, and it's the dark A tone. I personally prefer her in that skin tone, so this one being lighter did not attract me. And on top of that, she does have a ponytail, and we all know that ponytail dolls have very light rooting, and that's something that makes me want to avoid that doll. So she does have that ponytail. And then on top of that, she does have gray hair, which if you watched my video about Smoke and Mirrors Lilith, I mentioned that I personally think that trend is over. It may still have been trendy at the time of her design, but by the time that she was delivered to us, I don't really see it that much anymore, and I think it can be a little bit dull. I think for this doll, the color is okay. It gives her a darker vibe and almost an ethereal look. When I first saw her in person, I had to like stare at her for a couple minutes because I felt like she could either be like a character from the future or she could be like a fairy or something like that. So I definitely get this fantasy vibe from her. So that made me like her more. One thing that I really like about this doll is her glossy purple lips. These types of lip colors like purple, green, blue did become very trendy too, and I saw them a lot on Instagram, and you will see these colors available. So I think that this does make her even more trendy. As far as her eye makeup, I was not sure why they chose orange because she isn't really wearing orange, but then I realized maybe it's meant to match the color of the fabric underneath the black mesh in her lingeries. Otherwise, I did see the orange, purple, and black combination has a very Halloween vibe to it. It gives her more of a gothic vibe. So here are 3 different skin tones that we have gotten Nadja in recently. The convention Nadja is in FR Black, and then the Vanity and Glamour, which is in plain A-tone. And then over here we have I Slay Nadja from the Reckless collection, which does come in the dark A-tone, and as you can see, it is a very, very beautiful skin tone. So hopefully next year we will see her in this skin tone again. So like I was saying, this is a doll that definitely had to grow on me, but the thing is, Nadja is a very, very beautiful sculpt, and she is a very popular character. I believe that she was either the first or the second one to sell out, so if you want to snatch her at retail price, make sure you go talk to a dealer. Anyways, she is still a very, very nice doll, and I think if any improvements could be made to her, I could see a reroute for her in the future, maybe in black hair or brown. I should also mention she does come with her extra hands, which actually came in very handy, no pun intended, because this doll works perfectly to hold her mirror. Speaking of not dropping things, I had very good luck with her and her ring, because when I first put it on, I heard it snap in place, so I don't expect it to be falling around, and she has moved around my room a little bit already, and her ring is still attached to her hand, so I thought that was really, really cool because I don't want to lose this ring. Like I said, I really, really liked it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Nadja, I believe. Thank you very much for watching this. Bye.